Well, Todd, thank you so much for being here today, man. I am super stoked to talk to you and just like, just like anybody that I have on the show, anytime I'm meeting a new friend for the first time, I love to just dive right in. So if you don't
Yeah.
mind, I'd like to talk about, you know, where you came from. What does early family life look like? Where are you from?
Is this a therapy session, Randy? What are we doing here?
Kinda. It could be.
Oh, oh, all right. I grew up in Northeast Portland, kind of lower middle class, I would say, but it was my wife's baking in the kitchen, so if you hear
Perfect.
anything, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to bug her because she's on a mission for this casserole she wanted to make. So yeah, so I grew up there with my parents. My dad was in the military, so I was born in Germany for a little
Oh.
while there, stayed there, and then headed out to Portland. And then I've just watched Portland, change into, it literally is like it used to be rated like the most livable city. We used to win everything, and it just was so cool. And then it kind of became kind of hip, and then all the little hipsters moved in and just made it really cool and eclectic. But um, what came with that is just really bad politics, really bad taxes, really bad,
Mm.
you know, crime and homelessness, and then fights, and all the political activeness became prevalent in our city. And it was just it's such a but it's now that you're here and established, it's hard to leave. You have your kids, your grandkids, and so I'm outside of Portland. I live on some acreage outside of Portland, but it is nice to get to the airport and be able to travel real quick. And don't get me wrong, I mean, Portland is an amazing, beautiful city. It's just been kind of torn up by um, leftist, agenda. And that sucks because, you know, uh, when you don't prosecute crime, what's crazy is these little businesses, little restaurants, and everybody that had to leave because of homelessness. And, that's just, it sucks because a lot of these, little families, they built these businesses, these restaurants, but
Yeah.
overall, it's a foodie town. It's cool. It's like it's still got a lot of character. But yeah, I went there, and then my dad mined in the 80s. I went there, so I always kind of knew about placer gold mining. And then when it came time, I created a TV show called Gold Rush on Discovery Channel, and it's been their biggest show in the history of Discovery Channel.
That's great.
And yeah, so then I got swept up into that for many years. A lot of my kids remember kind of growing up living in trailers on the mine. And uh yeah, fast forward, I've done a lot of other projects, tech projects and things like that. I own
Well,
like a
I don't wanna fast forward too fast,
yeah.
because I'm getting to know you, like, so I
Well,
got
who
the
are
readers.
you? And what is on you? And I'm probably speaking for the rest of us.
Yeah.
What is on your chest?
Yeah, so, I'm Randy, I'm the host of this show, Sweeter After Difficulty, and actually, we'll get a
Yeah,
little
let me
wider
see
open here.
this. Let me see
So
this
what
jewel.
I've got is, well, this is the Cairo, so
What's that?
that's, an ancient religious symbol, the first 2 letters of Christ's name in, Hebrew. And then, the symbol though above that, this is a thistle. It's kinda hard to see, there's a B above it as well. And across the top of it, the collar, it says Dulcius ex asperus, which is a Latin phrase that means sweeter after difficulty. So
Oh,
the
really?
B
So
the B it's me,
you're
it's my family.
branded. So this means a lot more than you think.
It
This,
means a lot more. My Scottish family roots were, part of the Ferguson family, and that's their Latin motto. So it's actually my family motto, and the symbolism I just love. The bee toils and does the hard work, and then the result is honey. And so I thought when I was trying to figure out how what I wanted to do with this platform of this podcast, um, I thought, well, I really want it to be authentic. Number one, I want to be able to connect to it. And then I want it to be real and inspirational for people too. So what if we focused on what is on people whose stories, right, can really sort of exemplify what does it look like life on the other side of a little bit of suffering, right?
Hmm.
So all our stories are meant to just be, we all have a story, right? We've all gone through something crazy. We've all had hard times and things like that. I
Yeah.
found that in my life, those hard times have been some of the most shaping and transformative in terms of what I came
So
out.
let me ask you a question. Does anybody, how many shows have you done?
This is number 40, 41.
So you've done quite a few.
Yeah.
What have you learned by doing it?
Oh, I learned the first thing I learned is that really don't know anything. which was really
Well,
valuable.
you're the host. You're supposed to know everything.
No, man, I'm here to
No?
learn. What
So,
you
okay,
know,
you've had 40 people. 40,
yeah, yeah,
41. How many guests?
yeah, yeah,
Have they
40,
all had
41.
guests, or did you do a lot of shows without guests?
No, they've all had some sort of guest. A lot of them are with a couple of friends of mine from jujitsu. I'm a
Yeah.
hardcore jujitsu practitioner, so
Nice.
we
What
do.
are you? What belt are you?
I am a brown belt,
No
so
way.
yeah,
Wow.
man,
You've got
yeah.
some time in some. My daughter is at Big Frogs right now in Florida with Ryland and um Gracie. Who am I talking about? Which Gracie am I talking about?
Out in
Renzo, not
Florida,
Renzo?
Henzo.
Enzo.
Oh, our Hen is our Henzo?
She's with Techniques.
Okay,
But
okay.
my daughter trains every day almost. Like
Yeah.
she's
I
into
used to
it.
train more days, and, now as I start to get a little older, we got we got some rest days
It
sprinkled in there.
hurts, huh? It starts to hurt.
It
Hard to
definitely
grab
does.
along, crabbing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's pretty cool, man. So let me ask you a question. Over all your guests, is there any universal thing that you kept hearing?
yeah.
What
Um,
was it? What
so
was the lesson?
the big universal lesson that I've gotten over these has been, by far, that everything is about how you look at it. Right, so I was always an everything is choice person, and I still am that way, but I believe that there's a mindset that comes along with everything that you can choose which side of that you wanna fall on. For instance, one of my early episodes that I really learned a lot from, I had a buddy of mine, Tyler Bray, on, and he was born with spina bifida. But I met him because he is a jujitsu black belt, and he's also a
Oh,
competitive bodybuilder, right? He can't walk, he can use, crutches or a wheelchair. He's mostly in a wheelchair. Um, but I came into that and I was gonna tell this amazing story of Tyler overcoming these crazy obstacles to become what he was, and what I got was a real normal story about a guy who went through all the process with what he has and never knew another way to look at it, right? So
mhm.
it changed me from going, oh, that's an overcoming thing, to, oh, that's the power of the mindset, no matter what your challenges are.
Did he have a faith?
He does.
What kind?
He's a Christian.
Okay, maybe it was that.
It definitely could have been. I've certainly talked
Let
to
me
people
ask you
that.
about your faith, Randy.
Yeah,
You got all
let's
this
talk.
Christian stuff tattooed on your chest.
Yeah,
What about your faith?
yeah.
Don't give me a little Christian answer. I want to know the
I
real
was
real
I was
deal.
raised I was raised not by a traditionally Mormon family, but
Okay.
I was never a Mormon. Um, and my mom had a rough, she had a rough childhood. She came up in the '70s. She was a partier. They got
Oh.
pregnant, had me when they were 19.
Oh, man.
She didn't know. And so she kind of drowned in the partying scene for a number of years. And then
Yeah.
when I was young, she found a really radical church,
The Jesus
sh
movement?
Jesus movement,
Yeah.
shaking in the aisles
Oh,
and all that
yeah.
stuff. Um, we were Royal Rangers and we did all the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
the whole thing, like, we did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Is she
Um,
still alive?
she is still alive.
Is she gonna see this?
Maybe.
Okay. Careful then. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, no. Um, when I got into my teenage years, that's funny. When I got into my teenage years, I started dating a girl in high school, and her dad was a pastor at a local church. And
Okay.
so I went and got plugged into that. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Through that, someone asked me if I was interested in playing bass in the worship team. So I learned how to do that. That led me into playing band in a Christian band for over 12 years.
What band?
The band was called Tricycle, and it was, we toured all over the place. We moved to Nashville for a couple years.
Oh, wow.
Um, we did all kinds, lived in a truck
Those
for a
guys
while.
from, all those guys from Cutlass came from up in our area.
Oh, yeah, Cutlass. Those guys are
Yeah.
great. So I did all that, and then, life has its way of taking turns.
Uh-oh.
I got married, I had a couple of kids, I ended
Uh-oh.
up getting divorced.
Oh,
Yeah,
Randy.
which was
Oh, I
rough.
could tell by the change in your tone, that had to be very, very
You heard it,
difficult.
right? It was very rough.
Is that the difficulty after the sweeter?
It is the difficulty before the sweeter.
Before the sweeter? So what
Yeah, for
happened, dude?
sure.
How'd you deal with that?
Um, I
Start
had
a podcast?
horrible anxiety, and
Oh,
I focused on, just raising my boys. I have 2 boys,
oh, man.
amazing, amazing young men. Um, but I just focused on it. I focused on, figuring out, who God really was to me as
Yeah.
outside of my
So
family, outside of
it
church.
kinda helped rededicate your life. It did. Changed you?
It was transformative in just
Yeah.
about every
Why'd
way,
you get
Todd, to me.
divorced, Randy?
My
In a
ex-wife was
nutshell.
she was unfaithful, and
Oh.
I tried to push through it, and
Oh, jeez.
but it was wrapped up in the band stuff too. It was involving people that were in the scene with me, and so it was really.
So she was, unfaithful, and you weren't
Yeah,
unfaithful?
I was not.
Good, way to go.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm hearing
It was
that a
rough.
lot, Randy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
I'm sure.
actually, like, very down on these young men trying to get married nowadays because they it goes against the Christian motto, but I'm telling you, they're not finding the right ladies,
Yeah,
and the structure of the family and the kind of woman that you need, she can't you have to marry them super young, and they can't be on social media. They can't have grown up on social media. They
right.
can't it's just like this whole 'nother level of, like of how you gotta do marriage. My son's trying to do it, but he's
Mhm.
waded through a lot of really bad relationships, and it's like,
Yeah,
um, it's horrible out there, man. It's, like,
it
horrible out
is.
there. There's no upside for the guys anymore. They're just
No.
devastated, destroyed financially, everything else, emotionally, and, like, most of what I'm hearing now is the women are cheating.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is really
Brutal.
ugly and really dark. Yeah, definitely brutal.
Did you guys have a good relationship now as you guys parent together?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
She got married again really fast, and the guy that she married was not a good guy. And they are still
Oh,
together. So now she doesn't even currently have a relationship with the boys. They don't talk to her. It's
yeah.
it's really bad. It's a really bad, and it's really sad and unfortunate. And it's the hardest part about that for me was being there for them and helping them understand it had nothing to do with them, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the hardest part. And
Well,
you
let's hope that what you gotta do is make sure that they don't marry a girl just like her.
I told him.
They
I've
gotta
told him.
she's gotta be this whole 'nother level, this whole different situation.
I got real serious and real direct with my boys, about that time. They were 6 and 8 when it was happening, so it's just horrible ages, to be going through anything
Oh,
like that.
jeez, dude.
And it was
Man,
just awful.
how
But,
long has it been since this divorce?
almost 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
2007.
incredible, man. I mean, I got a guy right now I'm supposed to call right after this because his wife's bipolar and she's divorcing him and taking his he had 5 houses, taking she's strung it out, I don't know, 2 years, and he's almost he's having a hard time, like, he might not he's having intrusive thoughts. Like,
Yeah,
she's got him on his back,
yeah,
and I'm there, I'm trying to encourage him through this, and it's like, dude, this guy, I'm telling you, this guy is the best Christian dude. He's an awesome remodeler, just committed to his family, and she
yeah.
just wants him to die, and it's
Mm.
like, there is some bad, bad, bad bitches in sheep's clothing out there. If any dudes are out there listening, you've got to re-examine your relationship before you ever tie into a marriage situation with these gals these days. And look at her past, look at her family, look at her if she's on like a bunch of medication, run, just don't. Just don't. I have a men's group, and 3/4 of the guys in my group have been devastated by women. And I'm telling you, I know these guys personally, and they're great guys. These
Yeah.
guys are salt of the earth, solid men, and I'm telling you guys, man, you gotta really think it through because Randy's not a one-off. He's more like the common story
Right,
out there. It's
right, right, unfortunately.
oh, geez, it's horrible.
Yeah,
The world is eating up these women, it's eating up their minds, and, they're
yeah.
really not somebody you're gonna wanna team up with. It's better to it might be a solo mission, boys, and that's okay. God still got you, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
I hate to
and,
say it.
the
Doesn't that
guys got
sound
it
bad? That sounds
just
bad.
well, guys got it just as rough, right? I mean, we're constantly inundated. There's so much mixed messaging and so much just horrible, pitfalls out there that it seems like we're falling into
Dude,
just
you get up, you go to your jujitsu or do your workout. Like I'm just now finally starting to work out again.
attaboy.
You know, you get together with other alphas, not betas. You get together with alphas. If you're not an alpha, become one. Okay. And then you got to work on your faith, you work on your money, and you work on being a good father if you have kids. Okay. Don't start chasing these gals, that they're all gonna have baggage. Just freaking let it go. Just let it go and
So
possibly
this whole mindset you got going on though, pretty radical in today's culture, right? So is that
not anymore. Not
yeah?
anymore. It's
Yeah?
coming and there's too many guys. There's too many stories, Randy. There's too many guys like you that have been train wrecked, rolled over, you know.
Yeah.
But your wife cannot have any friends that are guys. Sorry. If you're gonna be one of these guys that just lets no, no,
Yeah.
there's no friend. Your wife cannot have any friends that are guys. You cannot have any friends that are girls. That's it.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna get married, then that's the way it goes. And it's just not. It's there's just too many. Satan's got too many hooks on everybody right now. So
So
you know what I mean?
is you all raised in the church? Was that a oh, do you have siblings? Or is it just were
I
you an
have
only
two
child?
two sisters. I'm the middle
Okay.
child. Yeah,
Okay. And you were raised in that faith?
I was. Yep. And I kinda like it kinda became my own. I was about 15,
Okay.
and when I
Yeah.
saw my friends
Yeah.
starting to, go, like, drink and start to do these things, I decided I said, "No, I think I'm gonna try the other way." And so I went
Yeah.
that route, and I got married, and I was a virgin when I got married, and
Same.
I've never been drunk my whole life. Um,
Oh, I can't say that.
Stuff like that, So, like, I've taken, I'm not saying I'm, like, holy, and I'm not saying I'm not a sinner. I'm just saying that there's a couple little things I decided that I'm gonna try,
Yeah.
and, so occasionally, I feel like the Lord has been able to pour gas on the fires that I start. So, like, like, I have no TV experience, and I create the biggest show in the history of Discovery Channel from Sandy, Oregon, not LA, not any of those a-holes down there, none of that.
Yeah,
So,
so let's
you
talk about that. I love so I watched the, Gold Rush when it originally came out, and incidentally, I can't do it, but my brother does a really amazing impression of your dad.
yeah,
So good, so good.
yeah.
It's literally spot on. So shout out Bob
Every
Highsmith, he does it.
every once in a while, I get, like, $1.99, and it used to come in it used to come so somewhere along the line, I put a ringtone of my dad for a phone, and it says it's like, "Pick up the phone," and then it says, like, "No guts, no glory," or whatever. But I downloaded it into a program, and I
Yeah.
can't remember where, because when I get $1.99, it doesn't say really where it came from, but
Okay.
it says ringtone. So, like,
That's
every
fun.
once in a while, like, for a while there, I get $1.99, like, maybe 5 a day. Ding,
Yeah.
like, it come in my and then now it's like every once in a while it'll come in, and it's like, it's so funny, and it's like, I put that ringtone, but I can't remember where. It was, like, years ago, and just like $1.99, $1.99.
Yeah, well, they had all those programs back then, who knows?
Remember?
Who knows where it
Yeah.
ended up?
Yeah, it was weird.
So your dad so did your dad have a experience with gold mining, or did he in the '80s, he just
No,
decided
he
he was
just
gonna figure
wanted
it
to
out?
do it. He had a dream to do it, and so, like, we built our own wash plant with no my dad's not a designer, so it didn't really work very good,
Yeah,
but he bought a D8, and I got pictures of us putting it on the train car and
yeah,
sending it to Fairbanks. The next thing you know, we're living in a trailer in the middle of nowhere, trying to mine gold on some little pup creek that didn't even have very much gold. He
yeah,
just didn't have the knowledge, he just did it.
yeah,
So I always locked that away. We did that for 2 summers. I never will forget those times to help
yeah,
form us, and then, I locked it away, and then when, reality TV started coming, I'm like, "We're gonna try this again," and then I was able to, put the teaser together and then sell it to Discovery Channel.
yeah,
And so I'm the creator. I still get a quarterly check from the show, and, used to have, like, a video game, and, um, they used to make it 50,000 a year just on the video game, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So
So
just
all the
just
other like, so it became like, obviously, it was focused on your family, but then it started including, the other characters running the other mines. Is that all was that coordinated by you, or is that something that
Yeah, so I would bring him in. So I had to be the producer, and I'm the miner in it. But I would get characters that I think, like Tony Beats or like Parker and his grandpa, and
Yeah, yeah,
so there was a time where I could keep everybody out and just focus on us. But, like, to be honest with you, these are neat stories, neat storylines, and to this very day, these guys are the stars. Like Parker
totally.
has killed it over the years. Um, I went and started a new show for 2 years called Hoffman Family Gold with Lionsgate,
Mm,
but last couple years, I've been off doing my own thing, and so I'm actually started a new mine, and I don't know, I mean, when I get off this, I got another treatment to send to, one of the networks that's asking about it, so probably 10 episodes possibly could be with a network, or if not, I keep coming to this point, like, maybe I'm just supposed to film and just literally sow my faith into this mining, but deeper.
Mm,
because I think we're coming to the end. Not the end, but, like, towards it, and so, like, AI is coming on strong, you're gonna see more, wars, you're gonna see where our country's bankrupt. So, like, everything that we're playing in is all make believe. Um, we're on borrowed time with the dollar, so, it's just this weird we're living in this weird world, post COVID, and, um so, like, you're seeing the just like, you're seeing inflation, you go to the store, you can't help but to see, like, "Oh gosh, something's wrong here, like, this isn't right." You know what I mean? So,
yeah, yeah,
what does that look like 2 years from now when AI takes out your job and, like, I don't know. It's like, it's freaking a lot of people out. So,
yeah.
it all points to me towards gold and gold mining, and I think that in 2 years from now, I'll be probably back on the air in some way, shape, or form. Not because they love me, not because I'm good looking, not because of any of that. It's because I know how to do television. I know how to form and structure the gold mining piece of it, and I'll be throwing lots of gold. And a lot of people are going to be at home
Mm.
just like they were in '08 when I started it, staring at the TV. Um, but it'll be on their phones or however else they consume their content. And we'll be, probably back in there, the kings of mining TV. But
Yeah.
it's been a great break. And the mine I
Did
have
you
now is really cool.
so, did were you in production or anything like or did you just learn how to do the TV thing from the course of
So,
the show?
so I sold a company for like $2 million in 1999,
Mm,
and I always had this. I sing and I have a band, and I've always had my foot in the arts, so to speak, right?
yeah.
Um, and so I wanted to film a documentary, and I had 13 hours of footage. I hired a camera guy, a sound guy, and me, and we were filming homeless families. We would go into a homeless unit. So there's families that would live in motel rooms.
Mm,
They would come off the streets and they would get a hotel room for a week.
yeah.
They're homeless, but they're in a weekly motel. Okay.
Okay.
And so it was called the All States Motel. And that was the name of the documentary. And so I had my sound guy was well, no, my cameraman was John Humphreys, and my sound guy was Ryan, and me. And I'm asked the questions, and I would give the tenant $20 if I could come into their unit.
Mm,
And so I would just start asking them all these crazy questions and about how they got here. And like, I mean, it just was crazy, man. Like, it was like the very first kind of reality thing. So this was like 2000. This was 25 years ago. Like, I interviewed a lady and she literally had a a handprint on her face from her husband smacking her.
mm,
And I'm right there, right after it. And I'm asked these questions and I'm like, so anyways, about couple weeks in or a month in, John Humphreys goes, "Hey, I got a job offer. I'm going to have to leave." I'm like, "You want to leave Residence Films?" That I named it. For who? Some skateboarder named Tony Hawk. I go, "Never heard of him." And he's like, "Yeah, I have a big deal." I said,
yeah.
"No." I go, "Whatever, dude." So he went on to become he was at Trans World Magazine, and he was like the editor, and like he's just awesome dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's kind of a funny story. Of like, I remember telling
Yeah.
him like, "Huh, what? Tony Hawk? Never heard of the guy." Like, I was like, You're gonna leave what we got going here? This is lazy. So,
All of
like,
this.
yeah, so anyways, that was kind of my first thing into it, and then we I got in, I talked I had to force a little company called Raw TV out of England to come, and finally I threatened them. I said, "Either you're gonna come and shoot this teaser, or I'm going with a different production company." And 2
Mhm.
British guys showed up with cameras, and we shot one of the best teasers on the planet.
Nice.
So, but anyways, yeah, and then we took it to the networks and blah, 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 you know? So that's it, man, and but Hollywood's collapsing, all of the TV's collapsing, they don't know what to do, you know? I keep telling these brands, Honda was here, I keep telling these brands, I said, "You gotta create your own entertainment. You have to create your own entertainment for your customers." I
Mhm.
said, "That's where it's at." And so I lay, I really wanna, Honda's came up to the mine, and I'm kinda working with them on some stuff, and great, actually pretty good dudes and company.
Yeah.
And to get that thought process to these companies to realize you have to make your own entertainment and own it,
Mhm.
because your products will be involved. Make entertainment that your customer base would want to watch. If it's guitars that you make, you better be making content about guitars and rock and everything else. But
Yeah.
you need to own the content. That means you got to create it. That means you got to think outside the box. You got to get a production company and do this. And
Yeah.
then stream it on your platforms that you don't have, but you got to build up. You can't go buy advertisement anymore. There's no existent place to buy advertisement that you're going to get your bang for your buck for your guitars. Okay. So this is where it's at, and are some companies doing it? Nope, not much. Red Bull, a few of them are starting to get it, but
Yeah.
the ones that get really understand that are going to be racing to the top. I integrated Volvo heavy equipment into Gold Rush. I've integrated Komatsu, so they're starting to kind of understand the power of being at least embedded into the content. But what they
Right.
really need to understand is they have the money. Take your marketing department, give everybody their pink slip, and say, "Guys, you did a great job. The world has changed. You're go home," and then hire a production company to come in, a reality TV production company to come in and take over all of our marketing, and then have over in the corner clippers, and they're just clipping and putting stuff on TikTok, clip, 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 clip,
Mm.
and
Yep.
then the long form lives on your social media or on your platform or on your YouTube. So this is the new world, and these companies are all getting ran over because they're too stupid to figure it out, and whatever. I'm not the controller of the world, so like, but if
Sure.
companies come to me, they're I can show them how to do it, but a lot of them won't take you up on it. They just trying to get through these layers of ownership is horrible. So,
Is, uh is the family still involved?
yeah, my dad and I were gonna go north. My son's doing his own thing. My other boy is married with 3 children. My daughter is all she does is jujitsu and plays with her dog, takes care of her dog. So,
Sounds awesome.
she's at she's at Big Frogs in Florida for a week, uh,
Yeah.
fighting people all day, and
Yeah, amazing.
it's changed her life, I'll tell you. It's
It
really
changed
changed
mine.
it
It
changed her
changed
life.
my it changed jujitsu is one of those things, you truly can't understand how transformative it can be, and, I've told my story a little bit, but like I said, new friend, so, when I was 19, my brother and I were, rear-ended in a car accident that exploded a disc in my lower back
Mm.
into the nerve against my pelvic bone.
Oh,
So, I pretty much was in it felt like every muscle in my left leg was pulled for about 20 years. I was, uh, I
whoa.
was I was carrying about 250-ish pounds, just literally couldn't touch my knees almost. And,
Oh,
and I did that for so long, and then my boys started playing sports in high school. They were, so they played water polo, and then they would wrestle, and then they would swim. So it was like
Mm,
the 3 winter sports right in a row. I pretty much had, like 6 months out of my year were just sitting in auditoriums or by the poolside. But once we got to the point where they were like junior, senior in high school, and they were wrestling, I saw it coming to an end and I was like, I was trying to help them, but I just couldn't do it. Physically, I just
yeah,
wasn't there. And I was so afraid that I was gonna die that way. I literally limped into a jujitsu school and started going, and it fixed me, man. It fixed my body physically.
yeah.
It got my anxiety under
How
control.
much do you weigh now?
So I walk around right now around 205.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good
Eh,
weight. Uh,
my competing weight is about 190. So
okay.
I walk
Are you
around.
doing tournaments and stuff? And
No, I don't like to compete. I really enjoy training. I'm doing a little teaching, with one of our amazing coaches.
where are
This
you
guy
out
who
of,
who
Randy?
was born.
Where are you out of?
I live in Northern California, so I'm in a little town called Penryn, just below Auburn, so between Sacramento and Auburn.
Okay, cool, man.
Little it's actually funny, we're in Placer County, it's a little mining town.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's mines all over the place, and my brother-in-law is a Placer County sheriff, so we get to hear all kinds of stories,
yeah.
about the
So you're
mines and the
so
hills.
you got remarried?
I got remarried,
Okay.
um,
How's that going?
and, um, it is it was more I'm hesitating because I don't wanna not do it enough justice. Michelle changed who I am as a man and as a person. She offered me a level of support and love that I thought it was not a real thing. You know,
Really?
I thought that was like, you can't have that. And
Wow.
it's not true. I live every day the most supported,
Wow.
loved dude on the planet, and
Dude,
I'm a different person because of it.
way to go, man.
I mean, just flat out, she is the most amazing human I
What
know. Like,
how was is her parents still together?
no, her mom and dad not together, but her mom and stepdad have been married for almost 50 years. You know,
What's her
they're
relationship like with her father?
her dad was a really brilliant builder, house builder, and construction guy,
Hey,
in the 80s.
hey, how was her relationship with her father? Who cares about it?
It's almost non-existent.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, how did she get past that father wound?
Um, she got it past it by getting pregnant at 17 and having a family and building a bubble around her that where she was
Yeah,
kind of in control of that life, and then,
yeah.
her ex-husband was habitually unfaithful, and
Oh,
so eventually that,
she
that
knows the
dissolved.
pain. She knows what that pain feels like, doesn't
She
she?
knows,
Are
she
you guys
knows.
able to yeah. So she work outside the home?
She actually just works for a friend of ours doing, making flower arrangements for weddings. We live on a wedding venue. So, another thing about me, I live in Northern California, but about 5 years ago, I convinced her to move into a 17-foot travel trailer and live a mobile existence. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm shooting my bed is right behind me in this,
You're
in
in the
this.
travel trailer currently?
I'm in the trailer right now. I figured out how
I
to run my
like it.
studio mobile.
I like that you would admit that because that's kinda what I mean, I've lived in trailers too, like
Yeah.
but we have a
Uh,
wedding venue too.
Love it.
We just booked our 22nd wedding for this coming summer.
Let's
Oh,
go. Yeah,
yeah.
so they're super busy, so her partner that she does all the flowers with was like, "You're here every day, move your trailer over here." So we stay over here, and, they've got horses, and it's, right next to a vineyard.
So how
It's
are
an
you paying
absolute
the bills, Randy?
so I was working for a virtual real estate brokerage, the biggest one in the world, doing video production.
Okay.
And, I was so stressed out by they scaled to a point where I got sort of put into a department where I didn't belong, and it was just it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So now I left that, and now I'm working in a senior living community doing maintenance work
Good.
and having relationships with
Hands on.
old
Hands
people,
on. Where's your
getting my
boys?
hands dirty.
Where's all your
My
kids?
boys my boys are in town. They both joined the military, and both of them were, um, kicked out of the military for vaccine refusal.
Oh, awesome. Are they back in now?
They have been invited back in, and they're both planning on going back in the next couple of months. I've got a sailor and a Marine.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah. So they're in town
Um,
working. They both work for Costco. They both do
so it's
jujitsu.
just you and your wife in the trailer.
Yep,
I like it.
yep.
You know what, dude? That is really cool because to be honest with you, you have to live within your means.
100%.
And a lot of people
100%.
don't listen to don't like I mean, I'm sitting in a mansion right now, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's expensive to maintain it.
Yeah.
And and
Yeah.
like my cleaning lady when they drop in is $350. Like it's not funny. Like it's not. So what I'm saying is this
Contrast that with my trailer payment, which is 550 a month.
so
Right.
so this is really how you this is the new world. You've got to live within your means. You do not have to keep up with the Joneses. It does not
Nope,
matter.
nope,
And you are regrouping for your new attack. Could be
yep,
this podcast. I don't know about a
yep.
podcast named Sweeter After Difficulty, but I'm gonna tell you, it could be it. I could be wrong.
It could
It
be
could be
wrong.
this, it could be this, Randy, but look at you, you're actually able to shoot your shots, right?
Yep,
You're
yep.
not gonna be able to do that when you're strapped down with a ton of debt and strapped down with
No,
all these different things. So
no.
that truly is how you wanna do it. I have a single wide trailer. It's called a well site. It sits on a steel frame. I can grab it on with an excavator. I can drag it all over my property because it's called a well site. It's made for sub-zero temperatures. It's made for the oil rigs in the north. Okay.
Yeah,
I paid $15,000 to bring that well site down to my property, and it's on my property currently because I am good in my well site.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm okay. I don't care
yeah,
anymore. I don't give
yeah,
2 shits, okay?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
if I was just in my well site, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I did what I did then there's no compromises in my faith, there's no compromises in, you know, I have to work on my language and all these things, but to be honest with you, the Christian guys are not they're always have been the worst problems for me. I'm
yeah.
out for the guy
Me
that
too.
they don't know the Lord, the guys
Yep,
that are on the fringe,
yep,
the guys that say the F word, the
yeah,
guys that are they drink a lot. I don't know. I'm for that guy because that's the front lines for me.
yeah,
You're either on the front lines, you're either you're on the supply line or you're on the sideline, and you have to decide which one are you like, right? So
yeah.
I'm
It's
that.
been a honestly, it's been a really rough that's been a rough thing to sort of harmonize, is this idea that we're not supposed to hold people who don't have a relationship with God to the same standards that we hold the people who do, but we do, and we judge them, and we don't love them, and it's the accountability is, like, aimed way more at the sinner than it is at the saint, and it's not supposed to be that way. How do you reconcile that, having come up and having such strong beliefs, you clearly have those beliefs that are rooted in your faith. So, like, how do you balance that?
I don't know. I mean, like I'm doing a deal now with um, you know, a mine owner that isn't a Christian.
Uh,
So I drove to his house to sit down with him to see with his family, because if he's telling me certain things that are not true, and I sell this mine to my friend, right? Um, or somebody I know and they get screwed. It's like my job is to vet this out. So
yeah,
I'm with him at his house. I'm talking to his wife. I'm going out to dinner with them. I'm spending a lot of time with his wife. I'm asking her questions. Like I'm trying to see a history of where they've screwed people
yeah,
on a regular
yeah,
basis. You know, you
yeah,
can kind of tell.
yeah,
Like if they were selling this mine and they didn't invite me into their kitchen table, right? I want to look at their kitchen table. I want to look at, talk to them, look at, I look at all his book work. And because in placer mining, there's always this element that the gold's not really there. The gold's he's at the end of the gold and there isn't more there. And he
right,
kind of feels it and he wants to dump the mine.
sure,
So the question is, how much ground does he have left? He says he's got Parkinson's. I want to stare at him. I want to see him shake. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I want to look him in the eyes, like I ask him questions like, right. Um, so I'm dealing with a mine. I'm selling a mine right now for a guy and I think he's honest. He's not a
yeah,
Christian, but he has this like kind of I look at his employees and I see the kind of guys that he has with him and he likes to offer hope. He has some hardship guys that he invests in. So like
yeah,
I kind of look at a lot of his like how he, a little bit of his fruit. I look at his maintenance stuff too because he cares about every part of the mine, like the sprockets and the rollers on the cat. Like I look how even though he hasn't sold it yet, has he prepared to sell? Has he prepared to go back? Yes. So he cares that either it's him or whatever, that needed to be done.
yeah,
That pump needed to be replaced, right? So you can kind of look at these things and, yeah, be honest with you, whether you're a Christian or not, be honest with you, I've had just as good a luck, if not better, on a non-Christian than a Christian. That's hard. That sucks to say that, but if the guy
yeah.
comes out and he's telling you he's a Christian, it's like, okay, red flag. Why are you telling me that? Why
Yeah.
shit? Why can't I just see it?
Let's start there. I always told my boys, if you have to say it, it's not obvious.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
56 and I've been around the block, been screwed by the best. So I don't know.
Sure.
Do I know have all the answers? Absolutely not. Randy, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers in marriage and all that either. I am 100% faithful and I'm stick with it, but my marriage hasn't been easy. And my wife's
Sure.
had some issues. Her mom just died. That
Oh,
didn't help us. Um,
yeah.
she had to go through all that. Uh, you know, uh, Parents weren't together, so we fought through a lot of that. I mean, if a guy's gonna get married, like he could probably spend a couple days with me or a day, and I could probably give him more knowledge than he thought he could get, like on, to be careful on some of this stuff. And so could
That's
you, Randy, probably.
I mean, we all could, right? We all could.
Yeah,
I'm more open to that now than ever. Um, but I wonder, that's the element, I think, right? Is the willingness to say those things. It feels
yeah.
to me like we're in this culture. A lot of the reason for it is because people just sort of
Oh,
lost the
oh
balls to
no,
say
we're
how
all
they feel
saying it.
about it, right?
We're all saying it now. Not all of us. Some of us are saying, I don't care anymore. I
Yeah.
think when you don't give a shit, you don't give a flying, you know, it
Yeah.
doesn't there. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're judging me. It doesn't matter to me. A lot of people are going to listen to me and they're going to say, okay. And I'm going
Yeah.
to stop a lot of devastation. So I got a partner named Jason. We did a treatment center together. He wanted me to help fund it. And And we sold the treatment center. Some hedge fund wanted to buy it. And we showed them our books, like, "Hey, we've never made a penny. We
Yeah.
barely make it every month. This isn't like, why do you want it?" They're like, "Well, we want a West Coast presence, and we think we can do a lot better job." And I'm like, "I guarantee you can do a better job." But anyway, so they bought it for, over I don't know, it's $3 million, 3.5 million. But my my partner takes a lot of crap in the community. They just eat him up, and
Yeah.
they can't wait. They see him do all these cool things, and they just wanna chat. They just wanna say stuff about him. And he came over, and I said, "I'm gonna tell you something," because he's going through a divorce. And I said, "I'm gonna tell you something, Jason." I said, "I don't care what anybody says about you. I have stood side by side with you, and our treatment center together got 650 kids off drugs.
Mm.
Did some die? Yeah. Did some go back? Yeah. But are some still clean and sober to this day? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are their lives put back together? Yeah. Is there
It's
parents
powerful.
that so many parents that just stare and cry in our face and say, "You saved our child?" I
Yeah.
said, "Do you want to know something, dude? Before we got together, you saved another thousands of people." And
Yeah.
I said, "I don't care what anybody says to you, what your fruit of your life is, that you are a mother effing lifesaver." I said, "Look at me. You save effing lives."
Yeah.
I said, "And it's you and the Lord and your fruit. And F everybody else and what they say to you. Because to me, I've been there and watched it happen. Been with you. I've been at interventions, and I've been at
Yeah.
when the shit's flying." I said, "I've seen it, and you, my friend, are a lifesaver. Don't listen to the chit chatter." I go, "You're an ass kicker. You will always be an ass kicker, dude. I don't care. And you're gonna get through this divorce, and you know,
It's a hard, hard,
you
hard
shouldn't have
time to
married a hard left liberal. Sorry, man. That's your fault."
that. Yeah. Well, yeah, being aligned is kind of important in a marriage situation for sure. Uh, yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
I'm just telling him, like,
that's
"You're a
rough.
winner, dude. I don't care what anybody says." I go, "I've rode the river with you, buddy. We've been down the rapids. I've seen you paddle. Oh, buddy, you're good. Like, don't listen, dude. You're good. You're good. God loves you, and you're okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay." And he's got cancer again. It's for the fourth time, and it's just like, I mean, just pile it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
pile it on.
Have you considered my servant Job?
Yeah.
Um, what else? So, and you've done the treatment center, but do you have another side? Do you have is that a thing? Do you have a ministry that you funnel those kind of things
I
through?
I have a men's group with about 30 guys every month, and then whoever I need to talk to, like, or encourage or be encouraged by,
Yeah,
you know. I don't keep a schedule or a calendar. I mean, I miss things sometimes
yeah,
because of that, but it's part of my his philosophy of life. Um I'm trying to be a free man as best I can, just to be free.
yeah,
And the Holy Spirit will, you know, put those appointments together. I didn't I got on this thing. I honestly, Randy, I didn't know what we were doing. I did not even read the thing. I didn't know we were doing a podcast.
yeah,
Brett, bless his heart, told me, but, like, I have so
yeah,
many weird calls, and, like, I'm calling on tracks for this, it's like
yeah,
and I'm not as smart as I once was. So, like, um,
You don't think this is
Doesn't
going well?
matter. It could be the Holy Spirit, me and you are talking, so I don't know.
That's it. That's all I wanted, man. I just wanted to meet you and
Yeah,
hear about your story
yeah,
and let other people see some of that stuff and you know, the authenticity, the real, the grittiness, you know, the direct. It's refreshing to me.
yeah,
I had a buddy on an earlier episode who was an army ranger who was one of the guys who pulled Saddam out of the pit in Iraq during the
yeah,
war. And I told him like flat out, I said, "Man, I don't agree with everything you say, but I'm 100% not gonna censor your hard won opinions." You know, like that's how you feel, that's based on your experience, and so that's really the
yeah,
approach that I try to take with these is I'm not here to tell you who to be. I'm here to learn from you and
mhm.
get to know you.
So
You know,
what's your big plan? How are you gonna get out of the trailer park?
oh, I don't wanna get out of it. I wanna this is my life. I wanted a different
You
view
wanna
every
stay?
day.
You wanna
I like this.
you
You know,
you is
ultimately,
this the forever plan? Just kinda keep mobile and be able to
I
cruise
would
around?
love to have a home base. So the big picture is I'm gonna buy a large piece of property at some point somewhere.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a place where everyone can always land, right?
Yeah,
So everyone has a spot no matter what. No one I know and love will ever be homeless.
yeah,
Um, a place where we can have family gatherings again a little more easily. Like right now I can do Thanksgiving, but I'm using the Blackstone and the you know,
yeah.
like we're doing it all
Hey,
outside.
those Blackstones are pretty nice, huh? I
Oh,
got
they're
one.
ridiculous. They're
I like it. I
ridiculous.
like it. It's just simple. Okay.
It's the best.
Big
So,
hot plate. Alright.
yeah,
Good
it's a giant
idea.
hot plate. Who would have thought that was a great idea,
Yeah.
right? Um, but yeah, man, we're just so like I said, this is I'm partnering with Brett. We're gonna produce other people's podcasts. We're gonna help other people capture authenticity. I'm gonna keep doing Sweeter After Difficulty, whether it does anything or
Nice.
not, because I really just love it. It's just a
Dude,
passion
you know
project.
what, dude? It's like you don't know how many these if these are ever gonna take off and you're gonna be
You don't,
big or not,
you
but
don't.
it doesn't much matter. Like sometimes the Lord will bring the people that need to hear this stuff to the table, you know?
Yeah, it's happened. There have been people it's already opening some doors in like I said, man, uh, I just wanna have real conversations with people and I appreciate you being, willing to come on and just
Yeah.
have a real conversation with me, you know? Like,
No,
I'm
you're I
grateful.
appreciate meeting you. Thanks, Brett, for setting this up. And yeah, and if you guys want, as I get going, what you'll want to do is kind of follow um as I go north and as I start to get gold, and these guys are gonna want to like hear about it, like
Yeah,
because like gold is almost 5,000 an ounce, and it's like
yeah,
it's really exploding and can a guy go up and dig it up? I'm gonna show you how to do it step by
yeah,
step.
yeah,
I want you to realize that your weaknesses are the edge of the sword. Okay? That's where you attack the evil one, where Satan meant for to destroy you, you're going to use as good. And unfortunately, sometimes that's our pain and suffering. Like when my wife went nuts and moved out on me and took my child. And I'm sitting there like so demoralized with my two boys and how it hurts you and it cuts you. And to use that for good is where Satan doesn't see the long game. And he does it. He thinks that I'm going to cut Randy's balls off. And I'm going to get Randy to leave the faith, and I'm gonna get Randy to possibly just never just leave, just I'm gonna derail him, and I want
wow,
him dead. I wanna
wow,
kill him. I wanna kill his now he's got children that he's trying to I want him to be a horrible example. I want him to be embarrassed. I want him to be little. I wanna make him feel little because I hate those who God loves. Satan hates those who are special to the Lord. Us 3 are special to the Lord, right? So the evil one is he was the angel of light. He's the angel of music. This guy, he's no slouch. Now, we don't have to give him too much credit like he's a demon around every corner. But I'm telling you right now, he knows, like he knows how to get us. So what we have to do is really put on the full armor of God, and especially as like you're reaching out here with your podcast, okay? You're getting on the radar. Like I used to reach, I don't know, 300 million guys, and I would have a prayer and I would be on the radar. I'd put myself on the radar. Okay. Satan sees us on the radar. Okay. But also the extreme blessings can come your way because you've put yourself on the front lines. You're on the front lines, you're on the supply lines, or you're on the sideline. Most guys that you're going to run into are on the sidelines. You wanna be the guy with scars that doesn't smell very good, that goes to church and everybody kinda looks, thumbs their nose up. You wanna be that guy. That's the guy that'll reach into the sewer and grab a hand and pull a guy out. That's the guy I like to be. The guy that'll say, "Fuck," and the guy that'll come over in the middle of the night and, like, or you know, you get in a fight with 2 other guys, you're not gonna go running for the car, like, you wanna be that guy filled with the Holy Spirit, okay? Yes, you don't wanna yes, I have bad language. Yes, I'm working on it, but, yes, I'm gonna reach those other guys that are dirty, alright?
Yeah.
So there's, like that's me, and that's where I'm at, and so I go to church. I go to Athey Creek, which is probably the best teaching pastor, Brett Mater, on the planet right now. But like, I'm not going to be an elder. I'm not going to be, you know, running any of the stuff. Just want to come in and leave. I'm not here to like, I'm not here to fellowship. I hate the word. You know what I mean? My daughter is with her team of people, and I think maybe 1 out of 10 that are maybe a couple out of 10 maybe love Jesus,
Yeah.
and that whole community needs the Lord.
Yeah.
Like, what a open community for you to bring Christ
It's
to. I
it's
don't know how
been
you do it, but
It has been door opening, and I'm pretty outspoken about my feelings and thoughts on things anyway, so, I just start conversations with people, and
yeah,
honestly, I don't care if we agree or disagree, I really just wanna know, so that I can better know how to love you,
yeah,
and so, like I said, man, for for you to come on and talk, so just, openly and honestly about how you feel, unabashedly sharing your feelings. That's really what the show is about for me, is those authentic conversations. And
yeah,
clearly you've gone through things and you're still looking at the period that you're in as the sweeter side of it. And maybe it'll just continue to get sweeter. Who knows what your
yeah,
path is, but I'm just super grateful for people like you who are willing to
yeah.
come, whether I agree with everything you say or not. I just that you're willing to come do it is amazing to me. So I just
Well,
gratitude for that.
cool, man. Well, thanks for having me, guys. Brett, Randy, I appreciate you guys.
100%.